And that's a lovely intro there. How amazing is that? Let's check everything is up and running. Welcome to our Christmas stream, everyone. Welcome to our amazing Christmas stream. We are here to make, well, it's night for me, but it's like, to anyone in America or anything, it's probably earlier, but for me it's like 7:30 p.m. I am here to make your Christmas day much more amazing. So, Santa, wait, no, sorry, I got a bit off topic there. Anyway, how was your Christmas, my friend?
Christmas is good, I guess. I want to eat though. I feel like
Why didn't you just get
I
food?
should. I forgot.
How can you forget that you're hungry?
I always forget that I'm hungry.
That makes very little sense to me. When I'm hungry, I just can't stop. I can't think about anything else, man.
I have depression.
You have
No,
depression?
maybe probably actually. Well, like the therapist says that, but she's an astrologist, so I don't really listen to her.
Wait, your therapist actually believes in astrology. That's worrying that people qualify to be
No,
therapists.
I'm saying I think that she is. No. I'm saying I think that her college degree is like having a college degree in astrology.
So she doesn't actually believe in astrology, you just came to that conclusion it was revealed to you in a dream.
hmm No, she's a no. Psychology's magic. That's what it is. It's not real science. You
We,
see, um, she's I don't listen to this magician you Americans call doctor.
okay. I just wanted to read this article I found. I didn't tell you about it prior to starting the stream, but I just thought it'd be good to talk about. It links to the theme of Christmas that we have because it is indeed Christmas Day, obviously. So it wants to be a Christmassy stream. Um, but we also want to link it in with the stuff we usually talk about, which is very weird schizo
I thought
shit.
it was New Year's, right? Okay.
Well, like we talk about very unusual shit like DMT and
I'm gonna start the
psychedelics in
phantom
general.
time theory, guys. Guys, from now on, if you see this, it's 2025 after New Year's. It's not 2023. It's 2025. Remember
I
that.
can't believe
Everyone say
2017
it's
was 8 years ago.
2025.
2017 was 8 years ago already. Can you believe that?
Uh, yo, bullshit. Yeah. No, I know, right? I can't believe that. Yeah. Okay, continue.
Um, basically, we talk about like weird shit, schizo shit. We talk about parallel universes. We talk about DMT and psychedelics in general. Uh, we talk about conspiracy theories and just anything unusual, basically, or deemed unusual by the general public. But I wanted to link the two themes in, so I found an article written on Medium called Santa and Magic Mushrooms: The Shamanic Origins of Christmas Traditions. You know anything about this?
That the Vikings celebrated Christmas?
I don't know what it's about. I
And
haven't
the
read any of it.
Vikings, like Viking shamans, what they did is they used to take DMT and then they would piss in a cup, and then the people in the tribe to take less DMT than the shaman, they would drink his piss.
So like you would only get like semi fucked up.
Yeah.
That's actually a pretty good way to moderate how much you get fucked in the head. Well, not fucked in the head, but you know what I mean. Because I don't believe psychedelics
I,
fuck you in the
I
head.
don't understand
I
why.
believe well
Why did he
Joe Rogan described his DMT trip as like a meeting with God.
the piss god?
Yeah, the piss god. Okay. I would like to get on to reading some of this article though. I want to know the logic behind it. Uh, I'm probably not going to
Uh-huh.
read it all, just some snippets that get to the point, because we are very much too long didn't read people. We find something and cut it down to the necessary parts. The connection is unstable. No, you're unstable. Hold on. Nah, the connection doesn't seem that bad. No, I don't think it's that bad.
You ever watch that one magic show on TikTok where there's that woman?
I don't look at TikTok, so
It's on YouTube Shorts and it's on Snapchat too.
I don't look at anything like that, to be honest with you.
Oh, well, there's this woman who does magic tricks, and I think she's pretty hot.
You're into
Yeah,
magicians? Is that your type?
that's my type.
Uh,
Ugh.
okay, this article that I was
Yeah, like
talking about. This
that
art.
one girl from the Loud House, that stupid bitch. That's like, no, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. Yeah, never mind.
Hold on a minute. I'm just
Anyways,
gonna take a. I'm just gonna take a snippet of this and put it on the screen. Actually, bear with me, everyone. You can talk about whatever you want while I'm doing that.
what should I talk about?
So you'll talk about loads of stuff until I actually say
We
talk
must
about what you want, and you're like, what do I talk about?
we must secure an existence for our people. Yeah.
And a future for all blue people.
Yeah,
The
all
Smurf
blue
race.
people. Oh my God, have you ever
Yeah,
seen the
but
connotations of
I'm
the?
making a homage to that one South Park episode where it's like Wendy wants to kill Smurfs.
Oh no, did you not? Did you not? Did you? You don't know the theory that that Gargamel's a Jew and that the
Oh
Smurfs are
no.
the KKK?
Okay. I that actually makes so much sense. I don't like that.
And his cat's name is Azrael.
Oh my god, it is.
I
Okay.
know.
That's very strange. I never thought about that, but
I
um
think
I mean, I
I
guess it's a
no,
possibility.
but
I don't know if it actually was, but maybe it's just a weird coincidence, you know what I
it's
mean?
based on. I mean, it's a folk tale, but the way that the Smurfs are described in the Smurfs show is
Can I by the
just
way, can I
recently
please get on
made.
this article that I've been talking about? I put it on the
Yep.
screen, by the way, to the viewers. It says Santa and magic mushrooms, the shamanic origins of Christmas traditions. Um, I'm going to skip a lot of it. I'm just going to get the nitty gritty. When one thinks of Christmas and this
Okay.
time of year, one immediately imagines the colours red and white, from the gift wraps to Christmas sweatshirts, and of course Santa Claus from famous red and white attire. Red and white scheme is clear in the context of this holiday and the traditions surrounding it. Santa Claus's archetypical image can be dated to hundreds, if not thousands, of years, even found in the most unpredictable places and times. Since pre-Christian times, this time of year has always been a time of festivities and celebration with music, dancing, banquets, and gatherings. Germanic peoples, for example, had the midwinter festival, Yule, which occurred around the winter solstice, 21st of December. Also, the Romans had the festival of Saturnalia, an ancient festival in honor of the god Saturn, held on the 17th of December through to the 23rd of December. So I'm not good at reading right now. Jesus.
Isn't that the god of death? Isn't Saturn the Hades?
What are you talking about? The
Pretty sure
Saturn?
Saturn is Hades.
Well, I saw this one guy
Yeah.
saying how Saturn is basically Satan, and that's why they sound the same. And that people who like when you see Saturn imagery, like celebrities with tattooed with Saturn, that's actually because they're satanic. It was a really schizo post I saw, but someone was talking about that.
So, I know what you're talking about. There used to be this thing called the Church of Satan, which was this thing that I was looking into because of investigation they were doing on it, and I was just investigating with them, but it was really stupid.
I'll continue with this. In the case of this article, we'll
Mm-hmm.
be dealing with the Siberian and Arctic regions where shamans dropped into locals' homes with a bag full of magic mushrooms as presents in late December. Really? Like, they showed up to people's houses, like, here's some magic mushrooms, people. That's amazing. I mean, like, I never knew about that.
Why don't we do that?
I mean, we'll probably get arrested, but
No, I mean, like, why don't the government do that today?
yeah, make everyone's Christmas a bit more cheery. They get to meet Santa.
Mm-hmm.
Santa is a
They get
modern
to talk to the
counterpart.
ancestors.
Here, this is actually crazy. Santa is a modern counterpart of a shaman who consumed mind-altering plants and fungi to commune with the spirit world. He says. Who says? As the story goes up until a few hundred years ago, these
That
practicing
is
shamans or
extremely.
priests connected to the older traditions would collect Amanita muscaria, the holy mushroom, dry them and give them as gifts on the winter solstice, according to John Rush, an anthropologist and instructor at Sierra College. What were you saying?
What the fuck is wrong? This guy's just trying to sound smart. It's just Saint Nick, dude.
So, so
Like,
this
I get it.
anthropologist at a college is making the claim that Santa was an actual Santa was just a counterpart of a shaman. Okay, that's very interesting. I'm not trying to say it was wrong or right. I would just like to know more into this, maybe more evidence. It's just kind of a
Oh,
statement.
well, I guess, okay. I guess that is pretty cool, and I suppose that implies that there's gift giving in many cultures during that time, which is pretty cool because it means something like along the lines of that we all apparently just love this season. But I think that this guy is focusing on the shaman and out of all cultures in order to show up on the news. I think he's making outrageous claims just to
Well,
get
it's just an article
popularity.
on Medium. I
I
doubt like
don't.
he's trying to make any ridiculous claims just to try and get any popularity from this. I do believe it's a genuine belief this person has or theory, or maybe they see it as fact in their eyes because some theories can be held so true that they're seen as facts to the holder.
I
But
mean, do you think? I
I
think
don't
the
think it's for
COVID
popularity. I don't think the
vaccine.
theory has been devised for popularity at all.
I don't know about that one, Chief. I mean,
Why would
how
they write it
many?
as an article on
I
Medium?
think a lot. I think a lot of scientists just wanted a Nobel Peace Prize, even though they didn't work for it. Am I right?
I doubt this is
I
the case here. I do.
I
But
bet they probably. I bet they probably thought that they'd get a Nobel Peace Prize for their vaccine.
listen to
But you
this.
guys are wrong. You
Listen,
fucking Yale graduates, complacent students,
Listen,
pieces of.
Amanita
Okay, yeah.
muscaria is found throughout the northern hemisphere under conifers and birch trees, just like presents found under the Christmas tree by excited and happy children. This explains the tradition of the Christmas tree and the gifts, wrapped in red and white, placed under the tree just like the magic mushrooms. Holy shit! Did you even think of that?
No, actually, I didn't think of that.
That makes you got to admit that makes sense.
No, that makes that makes a lot of sense actually. Wow.
Maybe I'm not saying definitely or anything, but that would explain a lot of stuff. Uh, I mean, especially the red and white, like mushrooms. Here I'm putting it on the screen too. Because
It's
I
just
wanna. That actually like looks exactly like the presents under a tree. If you try to envision it, like you've got the Christmas tree in the middle there. I've got an image of it up, and then the red and white mushrooms around it are like red and white wrapping paper. That's crazy. Maybe that is what
but
they're
if
symbolic of.
how do we
Does that mean
do
the snow is just cocaine? No, I'm joking. Because were the shamans like cocaine people? Because that's not a psychedelic, right?
cocaine is a Native American drug. It's far from the reach. But I mean, I guess like if you're talking about like Native Americans, um, they also had DMT and cocaine here too.
Yeah, but no, I
But
doubt the snow.
everyone
I think
here,
the snow is just literally a thing to do with
but
weather, and that's why it's linked to Christmas because it's at the same
people,
time of year.
people that lived in the Americas before all this, they used to eat cocaine to climb up mountains, to go on hikes, to go on long hikes. They would farm for hours on cocaine. It was just like coffee back then to them.
Well, but yeah, I don't think the cocaine snow have any connection. That was just a part joke for me. It's just to do with weather and the time of year. But there's some more connections here apparently. Santa's flying reindeer have a similar connection to the Amanita muscaria mushrooms. Reindeer in general are common across Europe and Siberia, and just like the human inhabitants of these areas, they too consume mushrooms. Harvard University biologist Donald Fitzer suggests that Siberians who ingested the mushrooms may have hallucinated that the grazing reindeer were actually flying. Yeah, it's a possibility. Sounds like a very psychedelic thing to, envision. It sounds like a hallucinogen kind of thing.
Flying reindeer.
Yeah. It
I
sounds.
guess.
Maybe it was. I mean, that one's a bit far fetched. It doesn't really have the link that made me go, oh wow,
Yeah,
like
it's a
the
little.
mushrooms thing.
It's a bit of a. It's a bit of a stretch, and now you start seeing things that are no longer like. Well, wow, that does make sure that's scarily accurate. This is not scarily accurate anymore. So at this point, I'm thinking, again, he's just adding these things so it like trends or some shit. But like, let's keep going.
Well, he's a deputy editor of the pharmaceutical journal, Andrew Haynes. He made the comment: "Have a desire to experience all humans have a desire to experience altered states of consciousness. For humans, a common side effect of mushrooms is the feeling of flying. So it's interesting that the legend about Santa's reindeer is they can fly. It's a bit far fetched."
You know what I don't like is like you know that one AI that draws images for us. You know when you look
Wait,
up
so
AI that draws images.
reindeer ate magic mushrooms and then
Oh
felt
yeah.
like they were flying, and then this is where this came from.
Well, that doesn't sound right. It's basically saying like it's using like a Steven Crowder type argument. It's like, well, technically, I mean, they ate the mushrooms and we ate the mushrooms and we might have like saw reindeer or something and also because reindeer are in the same areas as where Christmas was made. And
Yeah,
also
little links.
because
They're just little
they
links.
come
You
out
could make them between anything.
yeah, they're little
I'm
links
not
that you
saying they're
can
not
make between
interesting. I'm
anything.
just
So I'm
saying that
just
they're
saying
maybe not. They're not conclusive proof of
like
like shamans being linked to Santa or Christmas.
I think you just added those things. You just added those things for journalism purposes. I don't think those things matter as much as the
It's
mushroom
not
thing. That one
conclusive
was
proof.
pretty accurate,
Maybe if
actually.
they added to this, like they could have these, but maybe have some more proof like alongside it. Then it would be more convincing. But maybe there's more. Maybe there is more. Let's have a look. Let's have a read.
What I was trying to say is, you remember, you remember how you try to find like AI to draw things with, and then it like, I don't know. Every time you look up, if you don't know the name of the AI, Crayon.ai, by the way, if you uh, if you don't know the name of it and you just look up AI that draws images, you'll just find a million articles saying people just programmed as an AI to draw images. You'll find a million articles, but you'll never find the GitHub page that runs the AI because there's so many journalists talking about the original work that they have completely they have completely dominated the search results, and they have taken credit for the. Now you can't find the fucking tool because there's articles about the tool and the discovery of it. And what I'm trying to say is, um, um, to all the journalists that keep doing that, like you're a piece of dog shit because you don't actually work for anything, and you're very much so discrediting science.
Too
And I
long
think
didn't
there's an
read here.
absolute
Too long didn't read. My friend here fucking hates journalists.
yeah. I hate journalists.
Yeah,
Journalists
you do.
make they take research out of context for clickbait on a BuzzFeed.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, like
BuzzFeed journalists are the worst. He's Oh, but like you know how we're saying this is ridiculous. Someone made it. This guy Carl Ruck, Boston University guy, professor of classics. He responds to this saying, at first glance, one thinks it's ridiculous, but it's not. Whoever heard of reindeer flying? I think it's becoming general knowledge that Santa is taking a trip with his reindeer. Oh, okay. So this has got to
um,
be a joke.
that is a very good link of evidence. Thanks, man. You
You got
just
me there.
this is just
I no
this
longer think it's
this is
ridiculous.
like at this point just go to a stand-up comedy and this guy can just talk like he's just
That sounded more
coming
like
up
a
with
joke
random
than
things.
than actually anything. He To add to things,
Yeah,
Rudolph's red
go to
nose might have
Comedy
been
Central.
here. To add to things, Rudolph's red nose might have been the representation of the Amanita muscaria, while the idea of helper elves assisting Santa in making children happy might go back to the spirits encountered by the shaman during a mushroom trip. I mean, I guess when you take DMT, you can see little elves. Like that's what Joe Rogan said,
I
right?
feel like this guy sounds like Jordan Peterson. Like, well, first you gotta ask yourself. I mean, there's many reasons for why you need structure. You need structure because fact number one,
Well, that wasn't
which
actually the
indirectly
university guy.
correlates to
That
structure.
was the guy writing the article who said that it was the guy called Mustafa Itani, just a writer, translator, and an analyst
Yeah,
guy.
it's yeah, it's these university guys too that always want like and they're always like, "Well, I'm so smart because I make points out of things that are completely irrelevant, but I stretch them out with my imagination, and I make it look like I'm intelligent." Yeah,
Oh, okay. I think there's this one
because
historian that's been
intelligent
mentioned
people ask
here.
a lot
The
of
other side of
questions.
the other side of the argument is being brought up. So, one historian, Ronald Hutton, told NPR that the theory of a mushroom Santa connection is flawed. If you look at the evidence of Siberian shamanism, which I've done, Hutton said, you find that shamans didn't travel by sleigh, didn't usually deal with reindeer spirits, very rarely took the mushrooms to get trances, didn't have red and white clothes. But well, then
Oh,
the
you
other
should look
guys.
at
Do you know the
yo
other
yo.
guys?
I
The
send
other
you
guys who I originally mentioned, the university guys, Rush and Ruck. They then they disagreed. According to the two researchers, the shamans did actually deal with reindeer spirits in the ingestion of mushrooms, as well documented. Siberian shamans did wear red deer pelts, but the colouring of Santa's garb is merely meant to mirror the colouring of amanita mushrooms, Rush added. As for sleighs, the point is not the mode of travel, but that the trip involving the transportation to a different celestial realm, Rush said. Sometimes people would also drink the urine of the shaman, that's what you were saying, or the reindeer, as the hallucinogenic compounds are excreted this way without some of the harmful chemicals present in the mushrooms, which are broken down by the shaman or the reindeer, according to. That was literally just like, you're saying that history says that they didn't do any of those things? Well, you're wrong, they did. What?
You're saying that because mushroom is red and white, and because Santa's red and white, that's a connection, and that's one of your key takes in this
I
fucking
totally
argument you're
disagree with
making.
it. So
Like,
far, there's been no actual evidence. This is ridiculous. You can't make a theory like
like
this.
go back to your neoliberal science where you guys make real you guys this guy's acting like he's acting like one of those like guys that says random facts to look smart, like a daily
Maybe
dose
they
of
just
internet.
want it to
Like,
be true so much
well,
that they're willing to make these mental gymnastic leaps. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, can we stop with the mental gymnastics? Like, it's so obnoxious.